Okay, real quick video here. Want to do an update on the haplogroups, and basically it's just to cover a recent discovery that in the book of Esther, when they were trying to annihilate, or Haman was trying to annihilate all the Jews and everything. Same old story, right? Well, long story short, the Jews won over Haman. Haman was hanged, and the Jews were able to defend themselves. Good morning, Christian Carpenter. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yes, I gotta hurry up and do my live stream so I can go to the bank before it closes. Anyway, so yeah, we have this thing in history which was always bothering me, because when you go to the haplogroups and look at the haplogroups, um, it was always bothering me here. What do we got here? Am I doing this right here? Okay, yeah. I guess it's working all right. All right. Just can't see. So let me try again here. So yeah, the I looked at the Y chromosome among the Jews, right? J, okay, 30%, okay. E1, B1, B1, whatever. Okay, that's Egypt, right? That's Canaan, Egypt, whatever. R1B is Mediterranean, Southern European. R1A is Germany. And of course, today 10%. I can understand that. But what I couldn't understand was this G and this Q. The T I can get to later. But this G and this Q, where did this G and Q come from? So let me backtrack again. Let me go back here, and we'll go to the book of Esther. Go to the book of Esther here, and we'll just read this small little chapter here after everything was resolved and everything. Then Mordecai went out from the presence of the king in a royal robes of blue and white, with a great golden crown, a robe of fine linen and purple. And the city of Susa shouted and rejoiced. The Jews had light and gladness and joy and honor. And in every province and in every city, wherever the king's command and edict reached, there was gladness and joy among the Jews, a feast and a holiday. And many from the peoples of the country declared themselves Jews, for fear of the Jews had fallen on them. Who were the people of the country? They were the Medes and the Persians. And I remember a long, long time ago that the Medes and the Persians had become Jews, had identified themselves Jews. So now it's explained where these haplogroups came from, because this is going back a long, long time ago. This is going way, way, way back, where you have the Q and the G, which is Assyrian. So the G is Assyrian, which is, where Assyrians were, and the Q is the Medes. Both of these, well, this is Semitic. The Assyrian is Semitic, this 10%, Assyrian is Semitic, but the Q is Eurasian or descendant of Japheth, of course, Madai being the son of Japheth, right? But still, they were foreigners in the Jewish population, which I didn't know where they came from, because all these other ones I knew where they came from, the E, the R1B, the R1A, and it was just hard for me to understand, which always seemed to be there is the Q and the G. Here you got a huge, percentage of the G, which is basically Mesopotamia and such, because that would be like the Assyrian general population, not the ruling class, but the Assyrian general population, which always seemed to be present in the Jewish population. And I'm wondering how in the world they got there. Then there's a Q. Of course, each one of these charts are not the same, but they're all showing the presence of the Q and the G, right? So then there's the T, and I've showed before, which I don't have time to get into right now. But the T, the only place where there's a T in the Jewish population is in Portugal. So this T in the Jewish population only seems to be in Portugal, according to some of the other charts that I found, or the Portuguese population, right? So anyways, heaven rules all. There you go. Hello, Jungle Dragon. It's been a while, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's been a while since I had a live stream. Last night I was saying, well, maybe I should have a live stream because I wanted to catch up on this topic here, on the new genetic observation that the Medes and the Persians became a part of the Jewish population, and we have a record of it here in Esther. It says, many from the peoples of the country declared themselves Jews for fear of the Jews had fallen on them. So, of course, I remember this from way back, that the Medes and the Persians became Jews. And there it is, clear as day, right here, is that the Medes are 5% here, and the Assyrians, which are the Persians, are 7%. So there you go. In the city of Susa, that's why you have these persistent haplogroups in the Jewish populations today. Of course, the I being the tribe of Dan and the tribe of Asher in the Mediterranean and in Europe, which both they always seem to be separate, and I couldn't reconcile that the I was only the tribe of Dan. So they are totally separate, and one is the tribe of Dan. I1 is the tribe of Dan. I2 is the tribe of Asher, which was closely associated with the tribe of Dan and the people of the Mediterranean of the time. Okay, so let's get back. That's about it. Thanks everybody for participating here. Oops, where am I? I'm probably going somewhere where I don't want to go, but anyway. All right, thanks everybody for the participation. That's it. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add, which is a side note, and that would be the speed of light problem. The speed of light problem is not a problem for creationists, us creationists, because The speed of light is not constant everywhere in the universe. How is the speed of light not constant? Is because the measures of time and distance aren't constant. So when you get away from the galaxy, out of the galaxy, time speeds up, means times go by faster, means millions of years can go by fast. Plus, the distance also expands, meaning the distance isn't as far relative to where we are. In other words, a mile or 186,000 miles or a yardstick is a lot bigger, meaning there's a lot less yardsticks from here to there that we're looking at, which means it's less distance. It means it's less distance to travel, that speed of light has to travel to reach us from distant galaxies. And that's how we can see distant starlight, is because the speed of light is not constant. It's not by the rules of general relativity, the speed of light is not constant. It's not constant because the measures of time and distance are not constant. How can the speed of light be constant? Why? What's wrong with these people? I have no idea. Why don't they teach us in school? I have no idea. Why have I never heard this from anyone before? I have no idea, but it's so simple. So God bless you. Fear not, you saints of God. There's nothing to worry about. Everybody take care. Have a nice weekend and week.